Sketchbook number 17. Okay, this one is a lot bigger than any that I've done previously. Well, not any, but the last few I've done. They've all been pretty small. So this is the last one to compare to it. So it's pretty big. And I haven't, yeah. Okay, let's just get into it. I did some stars on the front, like I did with the last one, because it's just my thing. This is how thick it is. It's got some paint and stuff on the side, because I got paint. Yeah, I used it a bit. Not the acrylic paint, I used it like twice in here. But I used a lot of watercolour, so the pages are quite warped. It's fine. First page, okay. That was just me testing out the acrylic paints. I didn't know what to draw, so I drew a tree. But the colours are all odd because I don't know how to use paint. I've learned, like, throughout this sketchbook. It's fine. So I started it end of October, so it's been like a month. It's fine though. There's little me, and these are some stickers that came with it for some reason, but they look nice, like little water lilies or whatever they are. Water lily pads, that's what they're called. Okay. So here's a plant that I have in my room, and I really like it, and so I drew it first, and I just left it like that for ages with my graphite stick, but then I was like, it looks a bit boring, so I did some watercolour in it, and then I did the red background to contrast. I don't know, I don't really like it too much. It's alright, it's fine. This is when I went out with my family to go and eat, and there were just these things on the table, and I just drew them, and there were people from it. This one's a bit odd. These are some more plants. There's an iris, I think? Yeah. And I drew it with watercolor, coloured it with watercolours. And I used like a flat-headed brush for this one, so I tried to give it like the minimalist kind of look where you just don't put much detail in it. Anyway, there's some wrappers, the sour cherry ones. It was pretty good. That is Des Holiday. These were some studies of people and like statues that I found on Pinterest that I used with my graphite stick, but it's water soluble, so I just went over after and put water in it to make it more dynamic, I guess. These are some stars in oil pastel, because I don't use them often. I think I said this last time, but yeah, because they're not too good quality, but I still have them and I cherish them. I kind of like them. Everyone always says like, oh, I hate using oil pastels, but I don't know, they're kind of nice. Like, especially when we do it at school and they have like good quality ones. It's really fun. But it's mostly just what we draw that's bad. Anyway, here's the Titan from Deltarune Chapter 4. And yeah, I don't really know. That pen was kind of running out while I was making that. So that's why it looks a bit like patchy and just kind of chaotic. You can't really tell what it is unless you know. It's fine. Here were some flowers and some stamps that I got in a card from a family member in a different country, so I thought they were really cute because they had like flowers and they matched the flower theme. That was Noel, but it looks really odd, so I'm not just going to show that. That is more flowers, because I don't draw many people in this book. It's mostly like plants, places, I don't know. I think I've just drawn so many people in my lifetime that I've kind of like, I don't know. Maybe it's just this sketchbook. That was also with the graphite stick, and that was part of my living room, because I was just sitting there. And we had these on like the table, so I just kind of drew them. And they were this nice colour, so I just went over with this orangey red watercolour to give it a nice pop. Okay. That is, okay, I just contradicted myself because there are people in here, but So these ones I did in one line, which I think they're quite cool. I like this one. These are just some random people. That's also Des, but like in a weird abstract style, I suppose. I don't know. This one I really like. I can't remember if it was like a painting or a picture I saw on Pinterest. I think it was a picture, but I drew it because it looked really cool. And I like the movement of line it has. There's more Des. Why did I draw Des so much? She's not even my favourite character. That was like a picture that I took a while ago. And it was this really like cute street and it had like a tree and some cars on it. And I'm really bad at drawing backgrounds. Well, I'm not really bad, but I don't have practice in it, so I do need to practice that more. This was a pose I saw. So the first time I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this like properly with all the shapes and stuff, and it looks less accurate than this one. This one I did like in 30 seconds, and it was just like me barely looking at it, like just quickly doing it, like accentuating the shapes and stuff. And I think it looks better than this one, which is the one that's supposed to be like more correct. So yeah, I don't know, lately I've just been more into like stylized art. Like with my old sketchbooks I was always like I want my art to be like realistic or like those like semi-realistic art styles. But now I'm just like, no, I want it to be like stylized and like to show the personality through the shapes and stuff. Like, I don't really care if I can draw a realistic face, like I want to be able to convey their personality and like character through how I draw them. So that's what I'm aiming to go towards. It's not going too well, but it's fine. I will get there. These are some poses I saw on Pinterest, and I thought they looked really dramatic, so I drew that. That was a side profile, also in one line. It looks really not accurate, but I think it looks good either way. This was a random picture with like cool lighting where the light was coming from over here, and it was like making her like glow and stuff. I don't know. Oh, another page came out! Thank you for that. Here are some more faces. I actually did draw some people in here. Mostly in the second half I didn't draw many people. It's fine. There were some hands, but I covered that one up with blue because I didn't like it. There's a face. I think that's really good. I don't know how I did that, but it's also not accurate. But you can't really tell if you don't have the reference picture. So it's fine. These are some side profiles with cool hair. That's Noelle and Chris, but with a little angsty thing. Yeah, that's a tree with cool bark that I saw. I took a picture and then I drew it when I came home. That is actually me. This one looks more like me. This one looks a bit odd, but this one actually looks like me somehow. Yeah, because I was just like, oh, I want to draw myself. I don't know, there's some random poses. That is my eye. Yeah. That is a church, because I find that churches are really pretty, even though I'm not religious. I think they're really cool architecture. And every time I see one, I'm just like, oh, that looks absolutely amazing, and I want to draw it. But this wasn't one I saw in real life, this was just a picture. But I still think, I like it a lot. This is just a random street, like a picture I saw. That is a statue I saw, but I made it more, stylized, I guess. These are some, people, and I realised I saw, like the picture of like, a lady, and then I got reminded, like, the belly rolls kind of look like the folds in like a pillow. Does that make sense? Like, so I got inspired to draw that after. Then I drew another body. I don't even like study anatomy, I just like draw it and hope it comes out fine. I probably should at some point, but I'm not that dedicated. Here are some light studies though, because I really wanted to, because I think I said this in my last video that I'm not very good with light on the planes of the face and like in general, so I don't use it often, but I think I did pretty good. Especially I love this nose, and well, I love these three, and this is just like a piece of cloth, and these are some statues that had like lighting on them, and a random Noelle. I don't know what she's doing here. Oh, there she is again, but with like spiral hair. Yeah, that is a hand I saw, and this is a page of herons because they are such cool birds. And I think this was after I watched The Boy and the Heron again, because I rewatched it, and it's really good. Everyone always says it's not that good, but well, not everyone always says. My friends say that's not that good, but I think it's quite good. I don't know. I don't remember much of it, to be honest. But I like the visuals a lot, because when I was watching it, I kind of didn't know what was going on. I was just kind of watching for the art. Yeah. So anyway, I drew some herons. This one's my favourite. I like how I stylized it. This one I tried to do colours, but it didn't really work. These are some more flowers and plants, but I added watercolour this time. This was a rose, and then I stylized it on the second time, like I made it more sharp. That was a vine. That's another. I don't know what any of these are called. This is I think this is an iris. I don't know, blue something. I like how I added the red for the shading of the green here because they're complementary, and they make brown if you mix them. So it's cool to shade with complementary colours. I don't do that often, but I was just felt inspired to. Here are some more plants and some persimmon. Are they persimmon? Khakis. I don't know. They're called khakis in Germany, at least. But I don't know what they're called here. Anyway, there was another plant. It's the same one that I drew earlier on. Here. Yeah, that's the same one, but I just went in more detail. And it's the same colour that I used because I just have this one. It's a bit dirty now, but it's this nice like red-orange colour. These are some apples with watercolour. I kind of try to do the high contrast, like only using like one colour. Like I don't know, I guess how you would do like a lino print, like you only have two values to work with. I mean, yeah. This was a tree, like a snowy tree, because it was becoming winter. It was the start of November, and I was like, oh, I really want snow. We haven't had snow yet. When is it gonna come? I need it badly. But anyway, that's a snowy tree as well. This was a picture I saw on Pinterest where it was like a little mini foresty area, and it was like a sunset, and the trees were casting blue shadows on the snow, and it was all like cool and stripy. But then the negative space was all like pretty and like colourful because it was a sunset. I don't know if I did it justice. I don't know, you can't really tell what it is if you don't know, but it's fine. I think the colours look alright. I don't know, I could have used, because I was using my oil pastels, and this was just me swatching the colours. These were some flowers with my coloured pencils. I also don't use them often, and they're water soluble, which is really cool. I've had them for like ages, but I just don't use them. And I love this colour. It's so, sorry, that was my chair. I love this colour so much. It is like a cool red, verging on pink. It's so pretty. Oh my god, I love it. And like the way it contrasts with the blue is so beautiful. So yeah, I love this flower that I did. And then this is another one, but like I had only 3 colours. I like the colours I chose. I think they look pretty cool. These were some little thumbnail things for of landscapes, but I only had a mechanical pencil and a highlighter. You can't tell most of them are, but like it's fine. It's fine. These are some more landscapes because I would just, like, I want to draw some more landscapes now. So, that is a tree, and I just did the background with oil pastel. That is another thing with pencil. A mountain. I kind of like how this one's all cute and stylized though. I think it's very charming. This is a building though. I think it's kind of ruining the composition of this page, but it's fine. Here are a little Cypherin and Loop from In Stars and Time. It's a very good game. I haven't drawn fan art since like sketchbook number 10. It's like 7 sketchbooks ago. But it's fine. These are some more houses and landscapes in general. But I drew little boxes around them to make it neater, I guess. And it looks quite cute. I like this composition of this page. I like this one. I like the way I drew the clouds. And here I drew some more clouds. Because I was like, they're quite fun to draw with a pencil that's not a mechanical pencil, like just a normal one. Because you can get that variation of the line thickness and weight. Because if you have a mechanical pencil, you can't like get variation in the line thickness, which I don't like. So I normally only use it if I'm doing like really neat things or like, yeah, I don't really know, or like faces, I guess. And I add some hatching. That is Chris from Deltarune, the first Chris in this book. There's actually not much of them in here, but it's fine. This was that painting by Renee Magritte. Probably did not pronounce that correctly. That's fine. And then I drew Chris as the Son of Man painting by Renee Magritte because I was like, that's a cool concept. I don't know if it's been done before, but that's just a concept. I never did anything with it, but I probably might. Well, I might make it into a digital thing because I think I could do a lot more on digital than traditional. So basically it's just Chris standing there with the soul instead of the apple. So I think that's a cool concept. That is that one painting. I actually don't know who it's by. I'm not a fake art fan. I'm not a poser. That's the Mona Lisa. I don't even care for that painting, but I don't know what to draw, so I was like, okay, I'll stylize the Mona Lisa, I guess. So that is the Son of Man, with the cool apple and the complementary colours that I used. So yes, that is the tree from Deltarune, the mysterious tree with the Eggman, because I think that mystery is very cool. That is my OCs. They've changed a bit. Well, not really, but they kind of are constantly changing designs. It's fine. These are some like apples, but I had an idea to have, instead of this like stalk thing, I would have a nail that's been like hammered in. I didn't do anything with that, but I would think it would make a cool like lino print or something. I don't know. And there's a leaf for some reason. And this is my Deltarune chart of most of the characters that are important to the plot. Is it even all on screen? No, it's not. I don't know how to get this on screen. It's fine, but yeah. Basically all the characters and concepts and mysteries happening around Deltarune. And Chris is in the centre, the poor guy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, this page was kind of really messy and I didn't know where I was going with it. That is me trying out my acrylic paints for the first time. Well, not really the first time, but like the first proper time where I actually locked in. I tried to draw an apple, but I think the shading is a bit odd because it went really muddy because I didn't really know how to mix the paints yet. I got these 3 colours and then I have a black and a white. So I think I'm set for colours, but I don't know. I might get a warm yellow and then a warm red as well, because I only have a cool yellow and cool red, which it's probably not great that I only have those. Because I was going for the cyan, magenta, yellow instead of red, yellow, blue. Because I've heard that you can get different shades with it. Don't know. Here are some figure studies from either Pinterest or lineofaction.com. Yeah. Here's a cool silhouette practice I did. Actually, I did draw In Stars and Time fan art. I knew it was in here somewhere. This is Odile from In Stars and Time. Yay! I actually don't know how I did that. It looks like really good, but it's fine. I need to, yeah. That's Sifrin from In Stars and Time as well, but he doesn't look anything like how I normally draw him, or how I used to. I don't draw him often. I don't know. That's the original Starwalker. I mean, the original Starwalker, yeah. This is a random body practice, but it doesn't look too good. I can't draw hands. Well, I can, but I can't be bothered to lock in, draw a hand on a random practice thing. So whenever I have like an anatomy practice, the hands are always so chopped. I don't know. Then I saw a picture of this girl on Pinterest, and she might have been doing a Madoka Magica cosplay. I don't know. But she was like holding a gun to her head, and there was like a load of confetti stuff coming out. I was like, oh, that's a cool idea, so I did it with Chris, but it looks a bit odd. Don't know. There are some more poses and anatomy practice from Line of Action. Really good website. Well, there's some more in pencil. I don't know, just practicing anatomy really, because I should. Yeah. There are some more things from Line of Action, but like the building section and the shape section. And that's Des, my design of her. It's changed a lot over the last like few months, but it's fine. There are some cars, because I don't know how to draw them. This is like a lady, but she doesn't look anything like the picture, but I think it looks really good. I don't know how I did that. I love the hair as well. I think that's the same person, but it doesn't really look like her. But it's fine, I like the way I drew it. There are some more people, I suppose, with curly hair, because it's so fun to draw. There are some more Pinterest girls. This one's my favourite. I love the way I stylized it and the hair. She had these like dreads, but they were like curvy. I don't know if it has a name for it. Probably does, but I don't know. And she was doing like a shh sign with her finger. I don't know. I think it looks really cool. This one's a bit chopped, but it's fine. I love this one. It was like this cool girl and she had cool clothes. I didn't draw the clothes though, I just drew her face. And she had this cool bob, so yeah. And then this is a side profile. Again, it doesn't look like the picture, but it's, yeah, it looks fine either way. These were just some more people with cool hair. Yeah, I think this one looks the most accurate to the picture, because I remember the picture looking like this. But I wouldn't be able to find it now, I don't know. These are some more practices with my graphite stick and water. There's a fish, a beetle and a statue. So I was doing some light and dark with that. So here I was like, I want to draw a dragonfly because they are so cool. And I don't think, the colours didn't look like this, but I made them up. And I like these colours more. So then I made the dragonfly into like this girl. She's like a pilot. She's a space pilot and she has like dragonfly wings. She's basically a dragonfly, like humanized. So yeah, I think she looks pretty cool. And I saw this pose, someone drew, I think, Chris in this pose. I was like, oh, that pose is like really cool. I don't normally like copy directly poses from other people's drawings. But I was like, oh, that is a cool pose. I'll see if I can find it, I probably won't be able to. But yeah, thank you for whoever drew that, giving me inspiration. That is a heron, another heron, because they're really cool, but in watercolour this time. I like the colours I used, and the green and the pink. I think this is like a cool grey because I added some blue to it. I don't know. This was just a random page. This was the Dragonfly girl, but like before whatever happened. I don't know. I don't have any lore for her. She just looks cool and aura farms. So there's another dragonfly. That's my brother watching TV because I was sitting next to him. There's just more of her name's Cal, because I think the name of the dragonfly was Calopteryx virgo, so her name's Cal Virgo. So yeah, I never drew her again after this, but it's fine. I think I was just practicing character design, because I find it really interesting. As I said earlier, like how I can convey, like when you look at this character, can you tell what it's supposed to be? I don't know if you can do that, like, I guess you can, like, if you look at this character you can tell she's a dragonfly. Maybe it's just because I know, but yeah, don't know. That's her doing a cool pose, and that's some more stuff about her outfit and like her long stick thing she has. I don't really know. She's still up for interpretation, I guess. This was just a random page of people. I drew a side profile from just like my imagination, and I think it looks really good. I don't know how I did that, but anyway, there's Noelle from Deltarune, but humanized. I think she's so cute. I gave her like big poofy hair, and she, yeah, I don't know, she's just really cute. There she is again with like a little handkerchief thing on her head. I forgot what they're called. There's her, but like stylized or cute, but like her deer version. There's her again. That's my human version doing Snowgrave. Basically just her looking all scared and stuff, but I like the way I drew her hair, because I think in the light world it would be like all crazy and poofy, but in the dark world it would be like nice and like it would have like all the spirals to it. I don't know. So that's what I did like here. Yeah, that is, I think it's like a doll thing on Pinterest. Or a statue, I don't remember. That's someone random, but it looks really odd. I think it might have been a Beatles member. I don't know. I don't even listen to them, but I just saw a picture of them. I was like, oh, okay, they look cool. Doesn't look like them at all. It's fine. That was it was like a doll thing, but it was all cute and stylized, and I was like, oh, that's really cool, I want to draw that. So I did. There's Noelle on highlighter being all scared. I don't know. These are some more people from Pinterest and some leaves that I stuck in. This was a telephone tower. What are they called? Power wire towers. You know the things I'm talking about. And I think they look really cool. Like, oh gosh, I don't know. They just look amazing. Like, you just have this beautiful, like, lush greenery, and there's just one of them standing in the middle. I'm like, oh wow. It invokes something deep in me, you know. And it's just the composition is always so cool. Because, I don't know. Okay, but I have this distant memory from my childhood when I was watching Song of the Sea. It's like a really unknown movie, like a kids movie. Irish kids movie, and it's so good and it's so cute and it makes me cry. And I rewatched it a few months ago because it came back on Netflix. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was like lost media. It was one of those things where I was like, was that a dream? Like, did I make it up? But no, it's an actual movie. And it has a scene where it's just like these rolling beautiful hills, and it's just these telephone poles, like, just stretching into like all the way as far as you can see. And I'm like, oh my gosh, wow. And I just, like, that was like a memory that I just had in my mind for like ages. I still have it, like that just picture of it. So I wanted to draw some because I like saw a picture of it and I was like, oh my god, that is so cool. Anyway, yeah, there's a few more of those in there. But yeah, anyway, this was me on my desk drawing. But I got a new desk now. This is why the background may look a little different. It's way bigger, which I really love, because I did not have enough space on my last one. And I have a spinny chair. I'm kind of going back and forth on it as we speak, because I don't know, I really like it. That's me drawing, and my paintbrushes. Oh yeah, these are the telephone poles. Oh, they look amazing, and they remind me of the anime Serial Experiments Lane, especially this one, like where there's a lot of wires and stuff. It looks amazing. I need to rewatch it because I think I watched like around half of it a while ago and I didn't finish it. But after I finish watching Death Note, I'm gonna rewatch it because I love the aesthetics of it, and it's so like artsy. Like there's not many animes that are like really because there is a plot, but it's mostly, to me, it's mostly just centered on like being quite artsy and like, I don't know, it's very different to many I've watched. So yeah, but it's a very well known one. But yeah, so it's very good. And it just reminded me of that while I was drawing it. So I drew some more. And this, I think, were like some thorns for some reason. This was like a weird branch I saw. I don't know. I guess I was just trying to mix like the nature and like technology and how they like clash, I suppose. This was some more nature. So, but I love the way this looks, this page. I think the composition is so beautiful. I glaze my own art a lot, okay? I think my art is very good, so I glaze it quite a lot. But it's fine, because I'm allowed to like my own art. Here is a tree with like I think there's shadows of leaves on it, like with the dappled sunlight. I think that looks really cool. Here's some grapes with cool shadow. This is a flower, but some of the pink of the post-it note went onto it, but it's fine because it looks intentional because it's the centre of the flower. So yeah. And these are some windswept trees because, okay, second rant, I love how wind looks in general. Like it's so, like, out of the elements, wind is my favourite and it probably always will be. Like it's really underrated, and it's just like, oh, the way it like moves nature, like clothes, hair, people, like, oh, it's so cool. And just like how it affects like the shape of things, like yeah, how the trees look, because they completely just bend and they mold to their environment. So yeah, and I think it just looks really awesome. And I love how wind moves things around, especially like how wind moves like fabric and clothes. Like, I think I saw like a few videos of like runway, like what are they called, clothes model catwalk things, you know what I'm talking about, and they had like these long trailing fabric pieces behind them, and the wind was just like they had like a fan blowing at them, so they would just be walking along all like elegant, and then this wind would like carry the fabric behind them, and it would look so beautiful. And it looks like, I don't know, it looks like water moving almost. Oh, it's so cool. I love wind. So yeah, so I drew some windswept trees and then some water. You can't tell what it is, but it's like rocks and like waves and water. Yeah, I love the way this one looks, like the way I did the leaves, because I'm normally not good at drawing like leaves on trees. It's a very hard thing to draw, especially when you're trying to stylize it, because obviously there's a lot of leaves. I'm not drawing all that, so you have to stylize it in a way that still looks like leaves, which is really hard. But I think I did it pretty good here, and you can kind of tell like the texture and how, yeah. Anyway, these are some more waves, because I was like, oh, these look really cool. And I don't draw water often, so I decided I wanted to. This is a swan, or farming, I guess, with some, I did some water because it was done with graphite stick, so I got some water and I like gave it a black background, I guess. and some more swans. I don't know, they're very cool creatures. These are some buildings. I think these are pictures my dad sent me because he was off somewhere, and I was like, look, these are really good drawing references, thank you. He was like, oh, no problem. So yeah, this was a cool pose that someone was doing, but like just a silhouette. These were some ribs, because I don't know how to draw bones. I was like, I should probably do that, because it's probably helpful to learn anatomy. But I just never did it again, so. Oh well. There are some teeth for some reason. Okay, you can't really tell what this is, but this is like someone's head, and they're like holding a staff thing, and the wind is blowing their hair dramatically, like how I like to draw. It looks kind of like Chris if you squint. It's not supposed to be, it's just a random person. But I think it looks really cool. I like the way I drew the clothing folds and stuff. And again, with the wind and the fabric, oh, this is, I think it was a photo shoot I saw on Pinterest, where it was like this woman, and they were on like a beach somewhere, and it was kind of dark, and she wore all black, and had like a bun, and she did all these poses with this white, translucent piece of fabric, and you could tell it was really windy because it was kind of blowing it around, and she had it in different like ways. So I kind of went on that rabbit hole on Pinterest. I was like, oh my gosh, this looks amazing. So I drew one of them so that's like her pose that she did, and then there was like the fabric kind of like draped over her and like blowing and stuff. Oh, it looks amazing. These were some more naturey animal things. I think that's a shell, like an oyster. This is a fish, that's a hare, because they're so cool. They look really like ominous and watchful in a way, but I think that's kind of their stereotype, but it's fine because they look cool. So I drew it. And there's another heron. I don't know why I drew so many birds in this book. I didn't realise. I guess I just like drawing birds. Here, yeah, are some more birds with really long tail feathers. I was like, that looks really cool. I don't know what they're called. There's probably a specific name for them, but yeah, and they were like, the wind was blowing it. That was a crow in flight, or not crow, a bird in flight. It might have been like a magpie, I don't know. That was a thumbnail sketch for a scene I had in my head, where, I don't know, I just had this cool composition. I think I saw this like one, I was seen in Evangelion. I don't know which one it was, but one of the characters was standing in like a field, and the composition was like them in the centre, and the field was all like around them, and the stuff was blowing in the wind and all that. So I drew like a thumbnail sketch of like a animation scene thing I have in my head of like one of my OCs on the planet they go to in my OC world, where they're standing and like they turn dramatically and stuff. You know, I don't know. If I could animate, I would, but I can't. I should probably learn, but I don't have any animation like good programs. I refuse to use Flipperclip. It's terrible. I hate it so much. I don't know how anyone can animate on it. Ibis Paint might be fine, but it has a really big annoying watermark. I don't want that. So I don't know. Maybe sometime when I get like a proper drawing tablet and stuff, I can try animation. But you know, I'm fine with drawing for now. There's another bird. And this is when I was trying to draw a tree, like, but it had the sun rays going through it. I don't know if I did it well. I don't know. It looks fine, but you can't really tell what's happening. I used my... this is a pencil, not a graphite stick. I don't really know. But it looks... yeah, it looks fine. This was my big attempt at painting. So there it is. I did a pink underpainting because I love when people do that and like parts of it show through, like here and here. I think it looks really cool, especially because the main colour of this is like green and it's complementary. So yeah, I don't really know how I did this, to be honest. I just had a picture up on Pinterest and I just kind of did that. I didn't have any black at the time, so I kind of had to make do with what I had. But you can make black just mixing them all together, but it's not like perfect black, but I think using perfect black is like not a good thing to do unless you want that, it's not, you shouldn't use it if you're doing like realistic stuff, I mean. But like if you're going like stylized or just, I don't really know. Never mind, there's no rules in art. So yeah, and I only used one brush, I just used the flat-headed brush. Here's my brush collection. This one is the one, it's kind of hard now. Okay, well, this is the one I used. This was the only one I used because I just like the shape they give it. And I was worried that if I went smaller to like a fine tip one, then I would just end up getting caught in the details. I don't want that, so I just used a flat-headed brush. This is my favourite one to use though. Like almost any painting that I do is always done with this one. And as you can tell by the handle, I got this really recently and it's like so dirty already. Yeah, okay. So there's a little landscape. Let's put this back. Here are some more landscape practices but with pencil. You can't tell most of them, I don't know. I like these two because they're like buildings covered, surrounded by these cool landscapes. I don't know. This is like a house on an island and it had water all around it and cool clouds. These ones had telephone poles, so I was like, oh yes, it's calling to me. So I drew it. These are some trees, because as I said, I needed practice drawing them. So I did, but you can't, I don't know, it's not too good. This one I was just kind of, I didn't know what to do, because I was kind of in a bit of an art block, so I did a little landscape, and then a flower, and random stuff, I have no idea. Okay, here were some more faces, because I was like, okay, I need to catch up on drawing faces, because I haven't done that for a while. So, basically just people from Pinterest, and yeah, with different pens and pencils, because I was trying to figure out a way to like a style to draw people in. I don't know. As you can tell, I don't really have a style, like a set style, and I really truly do believe that when people just draw in one style only, like ever, then they are limiting themselves, and like you're not gonna be happy with your art if you just stick with one style like all the way through. Like whenever I draw someone, it's in a different style. It never looks the same. I have like 10 different styles I kind of rotate between whatever I feel like. But yeah, I don't know. To me, people who just draw like, I don't know, just only draw like semi-realism in this one specific style, or like only draw the same like type of person over and over. I know I'm saying that as a hypocrite. I know I only draw like young women, but I'll practice. I will, in my next one, I'll draw old men. Just watch me. But no, I mean like the style, and like especially if you like only, let's say you only draw anime like in that style, and you only draw that, no backgrounds, no landscapes, like nothing, no perspective, just like the same head over and over. I think you're truly limiting yourself, and like you can do so much and you could go so far and you can be so creative, and you're just choosing to do one style. Like I promise you can do more. Like you're not less of an artist if you don't have a distinct style. Yeah, that's my hot take. So yeah, I don't really have a style, but I'm fine with that, and I like it, because I like how my art has variation. Anyway, here are some more people, and this is another attempt at painting. You cannot tell what it is. It looks like water, or just like random scribbling, but it was actually clouds, and there was sunlight, like the rays shining through, and like lighting up the clouds, but you can't tell what it is. And again, I used the bright pink underpainting, so yeah, I don't know, it looks fine, I guess. here is when I started having a bit more art block, so I drew Miku. This is Hazy Moon Jump Style Miku, and she's just really ominous. I don't know. This is Spoken Fortetto. Oh, I love that song so much. And I love drawing Vocaloid, I don't know. I don't draw Teto often, so here she is. There's Miku again in this like pose I saw. And here's me like stylizing her, I guess. Yeah, this is when I started drawing pictures from Pinterest again. This was like, these were some poses, and I used, I think it was like a B pencil, like just B. Might be this one. Yeah, this pencil. So it's like the darkest one you can have, I think. I don't know if that's correct. Here's a pomegranate, and I love how I stylized it. Here are some people, oh well, just girls really on Pinterest that were doing cool poses, I guess. I was maybe trying to draw perspective, it looks a little odd. I need to practice that. I like this posture, so I was like, oh, that's cool, I want to draw it. So I did. This is when the art block was really hitting. I was like, oh my god, what do I even draw? So I drew one of those like little Japanese shrines in the forest because, I don't know, they're cute. There's Chris. That is one of my OCs in my OC world, in a field and blowing in the wind. There's her again, and I like how I stylized that. I like this style a lot. It's very inspired by that one artist that I mentioned in my last video. I forgot their name. I don't know, I'll see if I can find them, but I love their art so much. They're one of my favourite artists online. So yeah, I drew my OC in that style. But yeah, this is pretty much what she looks like. I like this drawing of her. And that's my plant again, the same one as the first page in the sketchbook. It's this one, but it's in a different position. This is when I started watching Death Note. It's so good. I'm on episode 24, and no spoilers, but I know something bad happens in the next episode. And I know who it happens to. And I'm really, really scared to watch it, and I'm gonna watch it like after this. Yeah. So I'm really not ready for that. If anyone's watched it, but yeah, it's very, very good. I love it so far. Ella's my favourite, as you probably tell. Well, my favourites are Elle and Light, but because they're the main characters, it's not really surprising. So there's Elle twice. Here's him doing his little freaky pose. That's me trying to figure out how to draw Light, and that's Naomi, even though she was there for like one episode and then died. Those are some more things from Pinterest. So that's a bird. These are some more birds. There's a lady. There was like this cool picture of like a woman, and she had a violin, but she was like in this cool dress, but she looked like really sad. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to draw that. So I did, and I kind of stylized it. These are some reindeers, and I love these ones. They look really cool. Yeah. This is me yapping about Death Note, and that's Light Yagami. Aura farming, I guess, as he does. That's Elle again, yay! And these are some hands. That's me holding my pencil and like drawing. And I like how I did these kind of rectangular hands. I don't know how you explain it, but yeah. This was me drawing my room. It looks a lot bigger in this drawing than it is, but yeah, I think the perspective looks really good, especially like here. And I just drew my self drawing it, and it was like this pen. It's a paint pen, and it has like ink inside of it. Oh my gosh, you can see inside of it. I didn't realise that, but it has ink inside of it. So, and it's not too good. So every once in a while, the ink like splutters out and makes these splodges if you press too hard. But I love the line it gives. Like it's so opaque. And I really like that. And like it looks almost like a fountain pen, like the way the line variation comes out. Yeah, I don't know. This was me messing around with watercolour. So that's oil pastel and watercolour, a picture that I have in my phone of a telephone pole with wires coming out of it. And I was like, oh, and it's a parking lot, but it's fine. These were some Madoka Magica fan art because I haven't drawn it in a while. So, yeah, and yeah, I actually have no idea. That's my room again, and I added some shading with the watercolour again. It looks fine. I don't know. It looks pretty accurate, I guess. This is when I was drawing a praying mantis, because I was like, praying mantises, they're actually really, like, tough. They look really cool, and they're, like, just really cool insects, and they're really scary, though, because they eat other insects. Like, I found a picture of one of them just eating, like, a ladybird. It was scary, but I think they just look really cool. So I made them into an OC here, just like I did with the dragonfly one, and she is actually the dragonfly's mum, and I think it's really cute. So that's her. She has these cool glasses and like a side parting. She's kind of inspired by my English teacher, to be honest, because she's like this really cool woman who has like a side parting. Her hair is always like perfect somehow, and she has like a side parting, and then like these cool like the bits on the side, like face framing bits, and like I don't know, she always has cool hairstyles, and she just gives off the vibes. Yeah, so she's kind of inspired by my English teacher. So I don't know, she's this cool woman who is the dragonfly girl's mum, and despite looking really scary, she's just very jolly and whimsical. She can aura farm though, sometimes. She doesn't have a name yet, but it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of my OCs have side partings, I'm just realising this. She does as well. And my other OC in my OC world, 2 of them in my OC world. Wow. I don't have one myself. Like, I don't know where this is coming from. So that's her side profile and me yapping about it. Like her outfit. And she has like wings. I think some praying mantises have wings, not all of them. Maybe they all do, but they're just concealed. I actually have no idea. I didn't do much research, as you can tell. So yeah, that's her colours. There's her with the dragon. Cal is her name, yeah. And she's all jolly, and she's just like, stop, leave me alone. I actually really like this page. It's, I don't know, plants. This was yesterday. Was it? Yeah, yes. Okay, it doesn't have a date on it. Pretty sure this was yesterday. And yeah, I don't know, these are some ginkgo leaves, because I love the way they look. But my yellow, in my watercolour yellow, was like contaminated with green, so it just kind of looks green instead of yellow. These were some cute little plants with these orange flowers. There's some ivy. This is like a, I don't know, cool composition of like water lilies. This is a design, oh no, this one is a design that I want to put on a shirt, like get a t-shirt and then like a black t-shirt and then get some bleach and like, you know how you like paint the bleach and like make a design. I really want to do that, but with this design. So I love this design. Because this was like the concept, and I decided to make it an apple core instead because it looks more visually interesting. Yeah. Or I want to make a Radiohead one where it has like their logo with the letters. I think that'll be a fun project to do, like painting bleach. That is a heron. Again, I don't know why I draw them so much. But with like some water lilies around it, and it's like wading in the water. So yeah, I love this page. I love the way all the colours look together, like the green and the random writing. I can't even read my own handwriting, and that's kind of good. I don't want anyone to read that. This is the last page. It's a kind of a nothing burger. There's not much going on, but that was some perspective practice on the building, but it doesn't look good. It's another building, and that's a picture of like a woman I saw on Pinterest where she had like this mask that looked like butterfly wings. I was like, that is pretty cool. So I drew that. This was just practice when I drew that oil pastel thing with the trees at the start. I didn't know what colours to do, so that was kind of a practice of it. And these were some more people. I love this one. I love this hair texture. It's so fun to draw. Oh my gosh, I love it. This was a really, really chopped light yagami. That's Elle, and then that's some poses I saw on Pinterest. That's Des. And because I finished it on 5/12/25, and 1225 is like the code in Deltarune. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing in here as well. Oh, there's this. Wow. That is sketchbook number 17. Wow. Great, amazing. There's lots of pages falling out somehow. Yeah, this one took a while. Yeah, it was like a month and a bit. A month and a few days. But yeah, I can't believe I'm on number 17. Well, I'm going to be on number 18. Which is crazy, because I feel like just yesterday I was on number, like, 12. But yeah, I don't know if this is my best one yet. I don't know. This one's kind of, like, mid. I don't know. I liked the previous one a bit better. Number 16, the yellow one. And the ones before that were kind of good. But I don't know. Maybe my next one will be better. Because I think on my last one, because it was in the school holidays, we were going places, and because it was smaller, it just like fit into my pocket, so I could just take it with me wherever we went, sit down and just draw. But this one, I like didn't take anywhere, like it was all just in my room, which I think limited me, and my creativity. So, yeah. I'll see when number 18 comes out, because I am getting Artex acrylic markers for Christmas. I'm so excited to try them out, because I've tried them once at my friend's house because she had them, and I was like, these are so cool. So I've seen like any art person that I watch like on YouTube, they always have them. I was like, okay, I need to get these, need to get in on it. And yeah, I'm very excited to try them out. So they'll definitely be in my next sketchbook. Yeah. Yay! Thank you for sticking to the end and watching this, I guess. Yay! I don't know how to end videos.